Introducing the new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's gonna come out how it come out. You feel me? Yo, none of this is rehearsed. Everything is off the top.
Vulgar. Welcome to the man cave.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the man cave on this Wednesday night. All right, y'all know we keep it raw, unfiltered, uncut. I know y'all came here for plan C, but we got to talk about plan A, B, and all the other stuff. We got a bunch of news for you, and then we'll get to that. All right. Well, I'm Vulgar. Y'all want to introduce yourselves? Or y'all should know us by now.
I'm Great Mars.
I'm Enzo.
85 Slim.
You muted easy.
And I'm easy. What up?
Cool. All right, y'all. We're going to do offering real quick. Y'all go, if y'all new in here, go follow the channel. Follow at New Party. Follow me over at Locker Room Therapy. And let's get these likes up. All right, y'all. I'm going to start with the first video. And you know, I always got to start with my black queens, all right? Y'all heard about the latest with Letitia James?
Oh, I seen something pop up on my feed, but it was in Trump favor. So go ahead and play it. I ain't really
I
go
see
through.
Mia post something. I didn't watch it though.
Accusing the New York Attorney General of mortgage fraud. Letitia James faces possible prosecution after feds claim she falsified loan applications. Eric Shawn is live in the New York City newsroom with the latest. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Dana. Well, she was the prosecutor who won a $454 million civil fraud case against President Trump. Well, now the Trump administration is turning the tables on her for the very same thing. New York State Attorney General Letitia James now faces a criminal referral from the Federal Housing Finance Agency, accusing her of fraud to get lower mortgage rates. James, whose public salary is $222,000 a year, has obtained home loans for several properties with claims that are apparently false. In 2023, papers show she claimed a house in Norfolk, Virginia as her primary residence. That qualifies for a lower mortgage rate. But you know, at the time she's been serving in public office in Albany, New York, that's 500 miles away. She bought another building with her father as co-signer, calling herself his wife. And the referrals also show that she bought this brownstone in Brooklyn, New York, but misrepresented the number of units in it. That lowered the mortgage rate there, too.
Man, how that saying used to go? You pointing out the splinter in my eye while you got the plank in yours or something like that?
Well, you point one finger, four fingers point back at you.
Exactly. That's, yeah. Who want to take it on first?
I'll go first as I'm the Democrat. I would say that, yeah, it is strange that she literally has been charged with what she charged Trump with. And even though I'm a Democrat, I never feel bad for rich people. If you making over, I'm gonna say 6 figures and you commit crimes, like what are you like? You would have been a nicer car, you would a nice house, like you didn't even have to do that. You basically got famous off of prosecute Trump. What is the point of you? I don't know when she did these crimes, but like they said, she made over $200,000 a year. So like, why did you have to go do this white collar crime? Like, I don't understand the reason.
Greed.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Get some better rates. Enzo?
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm happy that it happened because what goes around comes around. It was a bullshit case to begin with. And we spoke about it last night on the podcast, and I was talking exactly about it. And it's just ironic to me that not even a day later that she's being charged with exactly the same exact thing that she tried to charge Trump with. But hey, if the court system is not corrupt, she needs to get charged the same way that he did and let it play out. So it's just funny to me.
85.
Oh man, you mess with the great white hope. These are the things that come back to you. It's all karma. Your girl shouldn't have did what she did. I believe if she would have left my man alone, she would still been good. But karma is a beautiful thing sometimes. So you reap what you sow. I leave it at that.
Easy.
I think these crimes are committed all the time, but people don't get caught, man. I think it's going on a lot. I mean, you know what they say, the rich get richer. So, in order for them to stay richer, they have to do certain things, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Now I said this last year before I even met y'all. I would have debates about this, and I predicted that this was going to happen because they going after Trump for something that politicians do, but they were hoping that it didn't come back to bite them. Like Letitia, what's the other one down in Georgia?
Fannie
That's
Willis.
Fannie Willis. All them pretty much they brought attention to themselves.
That's
like
why they
if it
didn't
had
go
been
for
me,
it.
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut
I
you
don't
off.
know. Go ahead.
I was just getting ready to add to what you're saying, but that's why they didn't go forward with the tax thing when he was trying to bring Trump in on the taxes, because all that would have came back on them too. So same thing what you're saying.
Yep. Yeah, I still feel like that's why. What's that bird name? The other one, where the wigs all the time. I'm talking about picking cotton.
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, I feel like that's why she's being so loud, because she's doing the same thing. Like all of them are doing the same thing, and their biggest hope is that Trump wouldn't have got elected back in office. That's what they were banking on. They literally put all their cards, all their coins on the table, knowing it was high risk to do this to them. Thought that they had it in the bag, and now that they didn't, Trump is just going like the Reaper. He just going after all of them now.
I love it. I love it.
I can't say I don't like it either.
I love it. Gives us content.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next subject. Have y'all been keeping up with Terrence Howard?
Yeah,
off and on. Yeah, that he's striking back at people.
The P. Diddy thing.
So he spoke on that, and Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb got to speak on everything that, what do you call it, backdooring. So anything that's Diddy or backdooring, Corey Holcomb has to come in and speak on it. And he did. I'm gonna play the Terrence Howard video, just a snippet of what he said first, and then I'm gonna play the Corey Holcomb snippet.
Corey Holcomb, my favorite comedian.
Yes, sir.
When a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room, and a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now.
All right, so that was part of the interview, which was longer, and basically, he was pointing out how if you're in Hollywood, you got to give up your manhood. So Corey Holcomb basically challenges that and says, how did you get through? How did you get that role and power? And that's what the uproar is about. So I'm going to play Corey Holcomb, then we can come back and discuss it.
Terrence Howard was in the news recently for talking about the issues that go on with Backdooria. Now listen to me. Terrence Howard said something about once your manhood been grabbed up out of you, you need therapy. Am I right? Is that? That's what he said. Yeah. Listen. In fact, Terrence Howard, let me tell you something about Terrence Howard. Now, I'm a big fan of Terrence Howard's talent. I think he stands out talently.
I bet you he'll come on the show.
I would love him to come on the show because you know what I want to ask him? How was you able to work on the set of Empire as a heterosexual man? I know you were hated upon if you wasn't part of the Brown Hotel Rag crew.
That's some funny ass shit, nigga.
I'm just saying, if you're not part of the disposable hotel rag mob, you're not gonna fit in on the set. Let me tell you something about being on set. Craig, you've been on set for movies before, right? The makeup trailer
is full of
it's like where the gangs meet up on the Backdooria side.
And it's so small and
you got
confined.
one of the greatest phrases for it. Chili doggers.
The chili doggers. Listen, man. When you on set, you go to the makeup truck. Do you know if a heterosexual male is in the makeup truck while everybody else is in there, you throw off everything. The makeup truck, when you are on set, men like to walk up to each other and but if you in there, a heterosexual male, they be like, this is how they do. They all let you know. They gotta look. He in here, yo.
Don't want you.
All right. So that's funny as hell to me. So I had to let that play out a little bit. So do y'all think he was right to call out Terrence Howard like that? A lot of people saying that he's snitching or calling him out. I think it's a legitimate question because I was wondering the same thing myself. If this is the price you pay, how did you get past that?
I mean, Terrence is his talent is unique, number one. So I've never seen him play no gay roles. I've never seen him actually compromise his manhood. So I'm sure he would have a legitimate answer to that question, knowing who Terrence Howard is and how he rose. Based on what I see, I don't know him personally, but the interviews that I've seen and the Joe Rogan interview, I think that dude was on a whole nother planet mentally.
Yeah. Gray?
I would basically talk about like the street politics when it's like Diddy supposedly had something to do with Biggie getting deleted, Tupac getting deleted. He was beefing with Suge. He had connections with Crips. Like nobody was coming out saying any of this about Diddy. But as soon as Diddy in jail, now everybody's coming out talking down on Diddy's name. So for me, it's like now that he's gone, the cat's away, the mice come out and play. But I'm pretty sure some of these people had some fear from Diddy or they wanted something from Diddy. And then now that he's locked up, it's like they just coming out on any podcast slandering his name.
So you think it's just for they feel safe now, or you think it's clout?
I mean, like supposedly Diddy deleted Biggie, and we know Biggie wasn't supposed to be soft, so supposedly he might have had something to do with Tupac. So I mean, it's not like Diddy don't have like a rap sheet. He beat up Cassie on camera. Supposedly he was taking men's manhood. Like, so I mean, he was getting away with all this. Nobody said anything. So for me, it's like, of course, people say the Hollywood conspiracy things, but with Diddy specifically, it's like, why didn't they say this before? Why did they wait till you went to prison?
power. No pun, but Enzo.
See, I'm on the whole Hollywood conspiracy theory because it's either you're involved with the devil somewhat to get fame, or you're doing some freaky stuff behind the scenes, aka going to a Diddy party, he bringing you up. I don't know. That's how I've always thought about Hollywood. I've always looked at like A-list celebrities a little bit weird because all the shit that comes out against them, even with even throw Scientology in there too. Like all of them, they're all weird. It's just a weird group of people. So, I think it's a valid question for him to get asked. Like, okay, so if you didn't do that, then how did you make it to where you are? How did you get your fame? Like, really, what's going on then? So, I want to know myself.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think everybody in Hollywood participates in weird activity. I think most of them do, though. I mean, there's like a small handful of them that probably try to do things the right way and have integrity about themselves and others. So, but yeah, I want to say most of them, they be doing some weird stuff for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he could have seen his talent. Because it's like, it's people on Bad Boy I don't think had any type of dealings like that. We would say like Mace. I don't think anything ever happened with Mace.
Yeah, he seen his talent all right.
Huh?
I said, did he seen his talent all right? He likes
some I don't.
With Mace, that's
Yeah.
why he became a preacher, because he said stuff was going on at Diddy house. Like, they were scared of Diddy. Like, when we bring a Bad Boy, think about how many artists was in a bad deal with Diddy that Diddy didn't pay.
Yeah.
Like, I know y'all I know Easy and Slim, like Jadakiss, the Locks didn't get paid right. They was beefing with Diddy. Like, every single person that signed with Diddy was Craig Mack. Supposedly Diddy had something to do with his life. Yeah, like, there's a lot of bodies connected to Diddy. That they said Diddy might have had like something to do with his own baby mama getting deleted. So I mean, like, supposedly Diddy will get somebody gone, and supposedly right now in prison, Diddy has like a whole staff, like a hotel. Like, people pick up his laundry, people get his commissary. He don't got to do nothing. He living like a king in there.
Yeah, I mean, shit. All he needs is that baby oil, and he's all he need up in there. He right where he need to be.
They bring it in with a drone, huh? Just dropping baby oil.
Man, he good. That's why y'all ain't hear nothing. He like, fuck it, I'm good.
Oh yeah, Usher, the other one. Did y'all see Usher? Well, Usher was saying like he grew up at Diddy house, AC, stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? It was a video where he's talking about them fighting over the cereal or something like that.
Yeah.
Wrestling and touching each other and stuff on the bed.
So you think like a lot of those contracts being messed up was the people who said no?
May said that
like
Diddy
he gave
put
you a
everything.
trial period. Like, I'm gonna let you in on this deal, and then you can decide if you don't want to do, you don't want to get in with the baby, or you done after that. So you got like a 6-month trial period, or you got 6-month time to pay up.
Jaguar Wright said that the guy that gave Diddy the company, the Jewish guy and the black guy, that they essayed Diddy, so that's why Diddy does it to other people. Yeah, I know you remember Jaguar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went on Piers Morgan. You seen that Piers Morgan interview?
Yeah.
Nah.
That was hard. That was hard.
Watch that.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else got any last words? All right, next subject. Get y'all thoughts on this one. Back to Carmelo Anthony.
If you are indeed guilty of taking the life of an innocent 17-year-old boy, you will likely be rewarded by the system so long as you're black, right? I mean, it looks like you will first be let go on 25% of your original bond. And then, of course, you will be rewarded with close to $500,000 in donations and in support of you as the individual took somebody's life, and you will have the opportunity to use that money to fund a brand new home worth nearly $1 million, as well as, get this, get yourself a new whip. You know, I mean, what better way to celebrate your guilt than to spend the money that was donated to you for the sake of lawyer fees on a home and a brand new car? Allegedly, of course. This is all allegedly, even though it has literally been publicized by a host of different trusted sources. Yeah, turns out that that's what will happen to you if you make this decision. But of course, you have to qualify with the whole be black first day, right? It's kind of a requirement in the whole shindig. Be black, and then you get the rest of the rewards for your crimes. That's the America that the liberals have created for us.
All right, I know that's a touchy subject right now, which is why I had to bring it up. Do y'all think that that's appropriate at this point to be using that money to buy a house or cars or other things that was donated?
No, not at all. If that was going towards his original bail, which was $1 million, it'd be absolutely fine. But you're buying a house and you're buying a car with that money, I think it's a little ridiculous in my eyes, and they should go after them because it's whatever's in the GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say, "Oh, well, help me with my legal fees so I can buy a new house and buy a new car." I guarantee it doesn't say that in there, so it's just ridiculous. And the way that this is all just being blown up, the way that it is, and calling for like a race war and everything like that, I think it's stupid. Like you had a situation with two teenagers, one of them unfortunately lost their life, and we're making it front page news. Like it's terrible.
85.
Yeah, I mean, Enzo's right. This is all being blown up out of proportion. This is a situation that shouldn't be looked at the way the media has portrayed it. This gentleman, I mean, and the family, I mean, I'm not surprised because I'm gonna just straight up and say it. Them Negroes at it again is what we do. So, yo, to Beans, if you watching, this is the type of misrepresentation you need to be focused on. Because this is the people that misrepresent us, since that's what you said yesterday, somebody misrepresenting. But this is the type of rhetoric I don't like, because there's Negroes and then there's black people. And this is a situation that the Negroes showed up. I'm going to leave it at
Gray.
Whatever Slim want to say with that, if I came up with a bag and I'm about to go lay it down for more than 10 years, 20 years, and I got the bag, I'm not getting the house. I'm doing a race. I'm going overseas, then I'm balling out of control. I'm at the bar. I got bras everywhere. I got the best of everything. And then the FBI, every Secret Service, everybody would be looking for me. I don't even know what they call it, the people that they go get that go across the line. So I'm not, for me, what they call them? Marshals, federal marshals.
Yeah.
So for me, whoever, I'm talking about the human, and talking about like what's good for politics. If I got a bag and I'm about to go have to lay it down for life, I'm balling out of control till I got to go turn myself in.
Can you even leave the country on bond? A bond that high?
Lil Durk tried to get out. He got caught.
Easy.
I feel you, Gray. You gonna ball till you fall, huh?
Hey, if I gotta go lay it down in there, bro, and be with a bunch of miserable men talking about why that girl ain't answer the phone call, I gotta go live it up. So I got some stories to tell when I'm in there.
Yeah, that money shouldn't be spent that way. But I mean, if you're in that situation and you got that much money, you really don't know what you're gonna do, because that might be your last time to spend money like that. So, I mean, in that situation, you feel me? So that's all I gotta say.
Man, they should have held on to that. But it's the thing now. It's the grift now.
Stupid, man.
Yeah. It's
So
really
that dude, I mean, he got to do 10 years.
Yeah, with a trial yet.
Yeah, ain't with the trial yet, but it's going to be. I think the media could cause it. I don't know. It could be O.J. Simpson Part 2, having the media involved, but I think it would have to be some technicalities. We know he admitted that he did it. I think it's just going to have to be, was it self-defense or did he provoke it?
I hope they don't publicize.
That's going to be the big question.
I hope they don't make the trial like to the public.
Too emotional, you think?
They probably not.
Because
he's 17, so they probably not.
Yeah, number one, they under the age. Number two, why they never put out the Giselle Maxwell trial? Shorty just went to trial behind closed doors. That was a trial I would love to see in public.
Yeah, give us Johnny Depp though, and Amber Heard on TV,
Right.
but not that.
It's up to the judge.
It's stupid, man. The trials that they give us, man. Yeah. Young Thug. Nobody want to see that.
Yeah, so I think it's up to the judge.
That Maxwell trial would have been important to the United States. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. They could have. They probably should have used that money to get some more lawyers. That probably was the time to reach out to Ben Crump.
Oh Lord! Please don't mention that dude. I'm surprised he ain't pop up yet. Why he ain't step up?
He probably been blowing their phone up.
Yeah, he ain't show up for this case. He one of them dudes that usually be outside right now.
Yeah, because it's not a civil case. He's not gonna get no money off of it. He wants civil, so he can get a percentage off of whatever lawsuit they get.
Okay. Yo, that's how you know this stuff is a racket, bro. That's how you know this a business. They just sitting there waiting on it.
And it's just
I didn't even think about that till you just said it. He hasn't shown up because it's not civil.
And that stuff is okay. When Elon finds some money, it's a crime, though. Wow. I digress. I'm good.
All right. I'm gonna get y'all talking tonight. Got anything else to add, Easy?
Nah, no sir. No sir.
All right. So I'm just gonna take it into the main subject. So I don't know if y'all been seeing this. Anton had pulled this video, and I was like, I really want to get y'all thoughts on this trend that's going on, because I've seen about 3 or 4 different women doing this. They are literally documenting and putting on the internet them taking the Plan C abortion pill or a contraception pill. So I'm going to play the video of this lady taking it and her experience, and I'll get y'all thoughts.
Exactly 24 hours, which means now it's time to start. Meet the postal, I don't know. Time to finish the job, and I'm sorry if I sound insensitive, but the way I cope with things is dark humor. My baby needs diapers, so I'm gonna pick up a pack of diapers for myself. Anything prepared. Like, I spent the whole day just processing and thinking. I was at work and I had this fake mask on, being happy and positive. But on the inside, I was completely losing my shit. So I ended up leaving early. I did some self-care. The toes too, okay. All right, I'm procrastinating. The site is Plan C. I know I told y'all to message me for the link, but y'all really are messaging me. The site is Plan C. You select your state, bada bing, bada boom. You're supposed to take 4, but it also comes with extras in case it didn't work and you really gotta get the job done. Goodbye, little baby. Y'all, can we pray for a second? I know this is probably so ungodly what I'm doing, and God's probably gonna be like, girl, why are you calling me right now? But God, I need you right now. All right, we pray to God. Let's do this. All right. I started on Thursday. I took the pills 24 hours later, which is Friday. I'm off on the weekend, so hopefully the pain is not that bad. I've heard that some people have bled for a week. 2 weeks. Remember, don't let anybody make you feel bad because once again, that's your body, the child you would be financially responsible for. Nobody else but you. It's been like 30 minutes. Cramps have started. I have a fever and I'm having chills. It's been exactly an hour. Kind of hard to swallow. I have really bad diarrhea. Oh my God. I did get some liquid IV just to replace the electrolytes that I'm losing, and the blood has started. This has been 2 hours now. I'm feeling nice, feeling good. Off of ibuprofen 400, I took 200s, and I ordered some liquid IV because the diarrhea is real. Like right now, I feel my stomach bubbling. I'm gonna poop on myself in my sleep. Will this hold shit?
Well, with these clips you be finding can't be real, bro.
Yeah, between that and the BBL, man.
Yeah, I know. Like,
where are you finding this shit?
Where are you finding, bro? I'm not believing these people.
Hey, it's a trend right now. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, you can order these pills anywhere in the States, and this is what they're going through.
That's crazy. Yeah. And they would rather go through that outside of using a condom or birth control.
Yep.
That's amazing. I don't know. I don't know about this generation. I'm totally confused, bro. I'm just confused about everything. Great. I'm going to blame it on your Democrats. I got to blame it on Democrats.
That's what it is. Like, there's so much you could do before getting to that point.
Yeah, man. Y'all tore up the country, bro.
Like, we just got rid of Mary for you, Carrie.
We got people with rainbow hair screaming in the streets. we got dudes wearing pink leotards talking about they can identify as. And where are we, bro?
I think this is like casual sex is more rampant. It's a lot of divorce. It's a lot of dating apps. It's a lot of like new situationships where it's like we can be an open relationship. We can be in E&M. What's E&M? I forgot what it stands for. We had an open relationship expert on here. So like it's like, it's a lot of sleeping around. So women got to protect themselves, especially if they the ones sleeping around.
So basically, you just got to be nasty.
I mean, people not getting married like that no more.
You just got to be a nasty son of a gun. Just stick it anywhere, touch anybody, see anybody. Don't use protection. Get them pregnant. Just nasty. That's what we are.
Yeah. So we're just animals now. We just act off instinct. We got the knowledge to do better and don't. That's all this is saying.
It ain't cool.
Going backwards in time, not
Yeah.
progressing.
Caligula. Y'all remember that movie Caligula?
No.
Oh man. Put it like this. It's not a good look, but it's what the Romans used to do back in the days. But if you pull it up, it's a movie that's well known, and people used to watch it. And I think it has a lot to do with stuff like that. Like it's an old school Diddy party with no baby oil.
You talking about the Roman emperor that played the violin while Rome burned? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know if that's his name, but I'm just saying the movie in general, it was all about sexing girls, sexing men sexing men. It was on that level, and they basically exposed that's how they lived out there. Literally, that's what it was.
Yeah, you remember the Spartans? You seen 300 before? You know that's what they used to do.
Yeah, was it Roman bathhouses?
That and like back in the Greece with the Spartans, like the kids, everybody was in the military, so the guy would take a boy, train him up, and like a part of like training them was them getting it on. That was just normal back then before Christianity. I mean, you gotta think about it. Christianity is like pretty young, like before you had the Greek gods and all that stuff, and then before that, like if you look at BC, like I don't know exactly 2025 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was just okay to be Diddy back then.
Yep. Yep.
I
That's what
mean,
they talk
Zeus
about.
was. My bad. Go ahead, Vogel.
Oh no, I was just say that's what they were talking about with the Roman bathhouses.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Diddy stuff going on. Like they would send the women, elsewhere, and it just be the men.
I just don't understand it. I don't know. I mean, I just think women are the bomb. You know what I mean? Like everything about them, you know what I mean? They soft. Like women are the bomb, bro. How could you be, even attracted? I don't want to get it canceled.
So I want to ask y'all a question. Why do y'all feel like less people are getting married? And why do y'all feel like the divorce rate is so high? And since y'all are on the right and it's all about children, how do y'all feel like this is affecting the children that are from divorced parents?
I will say that I feel like we are being raised to be selfish. It's like a regression. Like we're not being raised to work together anymore. It's something that I even noticed with my daughters before going conservative. I would tell my daughter, like, hey, you know what? Do this so you don't have to rely on no man. And once I start understanding that, saying that is raising her to dislike or not trust me, and I stop doing it. And I start reinforcing to her that, you know what? You can learn this. It's good to know. Maybe you might need to help your man one day. It's good to know for that. But just to sit here and say, I'm going to learn this because I don't need no man. I think a lot of that is what's contributing to, like I always say, it's feminism. Like feminism had a purpose, just like civil rights and marches and stuff had a purpose in the 60s when we didn't have rights. Now we have equal rights. There's no point for it anymore. Feminism, women couldn't vote, which I'm still weird about that. But women couldn't vote. They couldn't have their own checking accounts and stuff like that. They got that. They got the same rights. Now they got more rights, as we're seeing in this video, because they can pop a pill and be done. You can't pop a pill and be done. You can't put nothing in your wallet. They're gonna take your money if that kid coming you on child support. So a lot of these things aren't needed. Feminism isn't needed anymore. It has went from trying to make things fair to supremacy now. That's what feminism is. It's a supremacy movement, and it's causing a lot of this stuff. For that woman to just think it's my body, I ain't got to think about the man who contributed the sperm. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. It's my life. Forget him. Forget the child. That's what all this is about.
And honestly, Gray, anytime you're trying to take over some type of population, I should say, you got to start with the children. So everything that you're seeing now, the kids are going to be used to being alone, or used to, I don't need no man, or vice versa. I don't need no woman. The problem is when you get older, those things change. And I know some hardcore dudes is like, yo, man, I just need me one girl, And back in the days, they wasn't on that level. It was just messing with this chick, messing with that chick. I don't need no chick. But as you get older, you need that. You need that one too, bro. I don't care who you are.
What about you, Enzo?
So I really think about like the whole divorce situation in America. I attribute that to pretty much the internet and social media, because I mean there was always temptation out there, but now it's like more readily available. And like, if you just look at the numbers on it, like from the time internet became a thing, smartphones, divorce rates have seriously gone up. Nobody takes it seriously nowadays. I mean, I blame Hollywood for that too, because look at all these stars that get married for like a year and then get divorced. It's like glamorizing getting a divorce, like, oh, that's a new way of just ending a relationship, and it's stupid as hell. And then you add the children into it. Yeah, it's going to affect children altogether, because you're either you're splitting up families, you're not having the family unit, how it used to be, like in the olden days. And it's just it's terrible. Like I see it firsthand because of how growing up, my parents divorced when I was a little bit younger, and I saw how it affected me and affected my brother and my sister. So yeah, no, I really feel that America needs to get back on track with the family unit and everything like that. Because what's going on nowadays is just going to ruin the children at the end of the day more than the adults. Because the adults, they're already adults. Who gives a shit what they go through? We got to raise our future correctly.
Easy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are not getting married now because they don't want to get their money taken away. I mean, most of the time when the guy gets married to another, significant other, once it ends, they're coming off of half their cash or their property or whatever they got. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to go through that. I think a lot of people are like, it's just a piece of paper. I heard that a lot too. Even when I was dating other people, like people don't believe in marriage. They think it's a piece of paper that's worthless. I mean, people don't value marriage like they used to. That's my whole thing. So.
And I
I
think,
feel like, go
oh,
ahead,
my bad.
somebody.
I was
Go
going
ahead.
to say, to touch on what you were saying about social media, that played a big role in the nuclear family's demise because, back in the days, we used to hear when we were like 6, 7 years old, I've been with her 30 years. I've been with her 20 years. You ain't going to never see that no more. The reason being is because now you got them right in your back pocket. You know exactly what happened. Back in the days, dad ain't find out what happened till he got home. Now everything is like, oh, the like button. Oh, who this girl? Oh, let me go see this girl. Oh, let me DM her. So everything accessible is putting us like a gift and a curse with technology. But I'm gonna leave it at that.
And it's not the men that's really doing the divorcing. And don't quote me on a number, but I know it's more than 80% women. 80% of women are the ones that file for divorce. Yep. Because the guy knows that if he divorces, he's going to get screwed. He's going to be on child support, all this type of stuff. I've never met my biological father ever in my life. So, like, when I had children, I definitely wanted to, like, be in my children's lives. I would have just dealt with whatever. But she grew up with both parents and everything in a nice, happy, middle-class home. And you still feel like, okay, well, your kids shouldn't have two parents. But I hear the right say, like, oh, okay, like, we blame the fatherlessness on, like, the fall of the black home. In some ways, I can say, okay, if you have a dad there, like, you can be, he'll be able to have some type of structure. But when I look at, like, myself, like me, I was infatuated with the hood regardless. I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be with my homeboys. Like, I don't think, even if there was a structure there, I would have still wanted to, like, hang out and do what I wanted to do. So, I mean, like, what do y'all think about that?
I think that's what need to be taught is if you're in that mindset, you don't need to be, as a man, you don't need to be starting a family. And then a lot of these women gotta be taught too that they are the gateway to sex. That's how it used to be. Before, when women were held accountable, like you said, you were saying you're not sure why the divorce rate is 80%. That's because a lot of women aren't going to do the right thing. Like when they tell us to leave, now that they've been given no fault, they could just divorce for any reason. They're not going to do the right thing. That's why you got most of the women who initiate. A lot of men, on the other hand, they probably could divorce, but a lot of men, once they get to the point of marriage and kids, even if they like you out in the street, they're not really willing to break up their family. They might do what they're going to do, but they're going to stay. A lot of men endure a lot of stuff in marriages just to stay for the kids. Like, I hate the perception that's put out there that we just run and don't care, because that's not really it. To me, I feel like that's more the women. And the evidence is that 80%. But to go back to what Easy was saying about marriage being a piece of paper, I do believe that. I do believe it is a piece of paper. And the reason why is because you got to have a mindset for you go into it. If you got two people who are selfish and all they care about is self, they're going to they're going to divorce. If you got two people who understand, okay, I am good by myself, but I could be better with somebody, and they're willing to work and they're willing to love. Like when you say love is you take 80% and the other 20% you got to find yourself. Like there's so many people out here who want 100% of somebody, and it don't work like that. You could try to get that 80% and the other 20% you're going to have to man up, woman up, and compensate for that yourself, because nobody's perfect. So I think it's a mindset. Like marriage is still a good thing. Marriage, like that piece of paper is just a piece of paper. It doesn't guarantee nothing. That mindset is what guarantees it. And we're not teaching that. And here's the thing. A lot of things you can't teach. You have to be an example. I could say the reason why I've went for relationships or marriage over being out in the streets is because my grandparents raised me and my grandparents were married. And I heard there was some infidelity from my grandfather before I was born, but the grandfather I know, I guess his testosterone was a little lower by the time I came into the world, but he didn't do all that. So I seen an example of what a marriage was. They fought. I'm talking about they fought all the time. But my grandfather only had an 8th grade education because he had to work the farm. He went to military. My grandma graduated high school. So she handled it. She handled all the finances, everything. And he outlived her. And when I tell you, we had to step in and take care of the finances. They needed each other. So that's the thing, is like understanding that you can be an individual, but you better having somebody. And I think that's what's missing. We're not teaching that anymore.
Well, so Enzo, like you were saying, your parents divorced. So do you feel like, because my little cousin told me his parents divorced was the worst day of his life. Do you feel like that like changed the trajectory of you or your siblings' lives once they divorced?
So looking back on it now, it was probably like the best thing that should have happened. It should have happened a lot sooner than it did. But when it did happen, yeah, it completely destroyed. I'm the oldest of 3, so they were a little bit younger at the time. I think I was 15 or 16 when it became official. So I seen it for what it was at the time, or what I thought it was. And it destroyed me, and it threw me in a hole for a while. Like I did not really get past all that until my early 20s, I want to say. And when I started realizing what happened, why it happened, and what were the real reasons behind it. But some people don't have that mindset to get past that. Like I know plenty of friends that their parents divorced when they were kids, and they resent the one parent for initiating that divorce, and they don't understand why it happened. Sometimes divorce is a good thing, and it's better off for the entire family. Like I always used to think that mindset of just stay together for the kids, but then again, that does more harm to the kids than anything. So in my situation, I'm happy that it happened, and it made me who I am today by seeing it and realizing it. So
For sure.
So do y'all think this ever get resolved, or the cat's out the bag?
I don't think it'll ever be resolved. You know, your famous words, I just would say we just got to do better. To come to a resolution will be tough. That will take decades. But we can minimize it. That's what I would say. I do think that we need to get back into the nuclear family. I think we do need to get back into Christianity. And some people don't believe in Christianity. There's multiple religions you could follow, but you got to believe in something. And, you know, right now the devil's winning. So, you know, the devil's up a few points.
Yeah, I would say, you know, just if a lot of people, you know, religion is the way to do it. For me, I say have core values and standards. If we can get more people to have core values and standards and boundaries, then that would get rid of a lot of stuff. I was just telling my girl the other day how if I like, you'll hear a lot of people say, especially in the alphabet community, I'm being true to who I am now. And, you know, I feel, you know, I transformed because I felt more like a man or woman, whatever it is. And I'm like, if I did what I wanted to do, I would be in the streets like Gray. I'd be knocking down everything, but because I got standards and boundaries, I'm talking about I be driving around nice little white chick jogging with them tight ass leggings they wear now.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the other one, they got the natural shape, the black, not the BBLs. I ain't talking about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see y'all, like there's so many women on earth.
Yeah.
If I was gonna be
front and back,
yeah,
with them leggings.
But hold on, Boga. My girl might be watching. I'm not in the street. But what I was talking about was in general. Like for me, when in high school, I never stayed home. Like I would sneak out the window. I would go gamble every night. Like I was just doing stuff that my mom found out I was sneaking out of her house. Then she moved me to another room. So I just was older past my years. I had a gambling addiction as a teenager. Like so, I mean, like. You know, doing things just too young, growing up too fast. I had a baby in high school, so growing up too fast. That's why I say, like, when I hear a lot of, like, you know, like Candace Owens say, oh, well, you know, it's the father. Like, a lot of the guys in my neighborhood, like, at my grandma's house, nobody lived with their parents. Like, over how you grew up at your grandma's house. But with us, we, like, was in the hood or whatever. But, like, I feel like I would have been, even if I rewound back the time, I would still want to be hanging outside. I don't think I would be any different. If I had a father, I think I'd be exactly the same.
Yeah, I was the same. I grew up with my grandparents, but I was sneaking out the house at 12. I used to take speaker magnets. I don't know if you have the security systems. If you put a speaker magnet on the door where the sensor is, you could open the door and it wouldn't set the alarm off because they would cut the alarm off at night. So I put a speaker magnet up there. Man, I'd be out all night, come back home. So I had that too, but
yeah.
I believe you would have been a sophisticated Republican, Greg.
Yeah, right.
But no, it's the standards. Like you can't do everything you want to do. Like you got to have boundaries on that, and that's the point I'm trying to get to. Is once you choose, you got to choose the right person. Then once you choose, you can't just do everything that you want to do. You got to have boundaries. That's the problem with society. We are literally marketing and pushing. Live free, be free, do what you want to do. There shouldn't be any rules. That's why all this stuff is going on with the unalivings and certain people getting off. You know, I'm not going into certain things because there aren't any boundaries.
Right.
Even though some certain rules are broken, we're still pushing and having marches for a person where the first rule was there shouldn't be any weapons on campus. So it's a lot of this stuff that's we don't have a set of standards.
For sure.
And so that's why you got people like this girl going on live taking pills. I don't know if we can say that word on YouTube or not.
Well, I got to investigate your clips, but Enzo, you want to do your final thoughts first?
Yeah. So I mean, it was a great show altogether. Talked about a lot of good things. I just think the whole thing with the pill situation is wild, vulgar. You seriously, you gotta tell us where you see these clips because I'm on TikTok all day long, man. I don't see anything wild like this. This is absolutely nuts to me.
Yeah, my algorithm's crazy.
I'm on TikTok all day.
Oh, it's crazy. But no, that's really it. Just a great show. Thanks for having me again, guys, as always.
For sure. Slim, you want to go next?
Yeah, man, I could go. Yo, another successful turnout. I love these shows, man. The Man Cave New Party, man. I love how we get together and we talk about the real stuff, man. And we have fun over here, man. That's all it's about. Barbershop talk. Few men getting together, keeping it G, man. So, again, I'm always plugging 85 Slim on all platforms. Go check it out. If you haven't already, show the love. But every Monday and Wednesday, Man Cave, baby, we out.
That's easy.
Yeah, this is a good show. It's definitely entertaining. That girl was popping them damn pills like Skittles. That was kind of funny. But That's all I gotta say, man. It was a great show, great Vulgar, Enzo, Slim. You already know.
For sure. Definitely was a great show. I'm glad that we could talk about divorce rate and everything with dealing with men's issues, and we're taking that head on. We definitely gonna keep bringing you guys good content, new guests. Like, share, subscribe, and like Slim said, every Monday and Wednesday the Man Cave, every Tuesday and Thursday the New Party. Vulgar.
All right. So I had an epiphany, just a thing of, I don't think this cat's going back in the bag. So as long as y'all tuned in here at the Man Cave, get some more people over here y'all think could be saved, and we gonna run this bag up, and we gonna let them stay down there and just keep making babies and erasing them. Let them do that. We only need like 10% of us to get it together, and we can sit up here at the top and let them stay down there and blame the government or whoever else that's against them. That's all I gotta say. Let's keep these core values and standards up. Man cave.
For sure, most definitely. And Thursday night, I'll actually be hosting Enzo, Mia, and Nora are actually doing the documentary on Palestine. So they're working on that. But we play the outro.
Introducing a new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.